Okay, we're ready here. Let's go. Over 20 seasons, 1983 to 2003, he played for 7 teams, 1,434 points, twice an All-Star, twice kissed by Don Cherry. Stanley Cup ring, the Selke Trophy, very important to you. Canada Cup, the player with the stare, and I've been watching you, and it's not as mean as the hockey days.
My helmet's not on, so it's all good.
Let's have a West Coast authentic welcome to the legend, Doug Gilmour. So I was out with Toronto fans, and we'll start. There's a lot of questions I'm going to ask you that you've been asked 1,000 times, but let's keep things really current. The Mitch Marner situation, is he going to be a Leaf as of Canada Day, or what do you see happening there?
I believe so. Stranger things have happened. If there's an offer sheet there, that obviously, can they match it? Nobody knows yet. So I think personally for Mitch, I think it's better off for him to stay in Toronto. And he's a good player. He's my favorite player on the team. And you'd like to see them win and get better and keep growing together at least for like 4 or 5 more years.
Okay. Is there a missing ingredient to get them the?
There's little pieces there.
Yeah.
A little bit more grit up front, a little bit more grit on the back end too. But I think they got enough skill. As you get older in this league, and every year makes a big difference. So these guys will get more mature, and hopefully they go for that run.
Okay. Analytics comes up a lot now. How are you on analytics with players? Are you a believer in?
Yeah, it's pretty much to me puck possession.
Yeah.
And if you want to go D to D and throw it up the wall, and obviously your analytics aren't going to be that great. But if you want to go D to D, back to D, up the wall, back to the D, it's just to me that's what it is. But you can't just rely on that because everybody has a different role, and if you're more of a power forward, your analytics might not be that good either. So I think you can use it, but you can't swear by it.
Toronto Raptors winning. Do you think that gave a bit more instance for the Maple Leafs to want a parade?
Well, I think they'll make sure that the parade would be a lot quicker and a little bit more safety, but it was pretty remarkable, and obviously that's throughout Canada. But being from the area, and I didn't go down there, but just watching on TV and watching the playoffs, and again, the Leafs haven't been that far in a while, but if they get to the second or third round, it's going to be pretty crazy.
Let's bring things out west, since we're kind of a hotbed here for Oilers and Flames and Canucks. A bit about the Flames and the direction that they're going.
Yeah, I think they're a good team. I think I just read up the other day, though, that they have to get rid of somebody for salary cap, and it's a huge issue.
Yeah.
That you've got to continue doing this, and you look at when the Blackhawks won their Stanley Cups, and they had to get rid of guys all the time. But I like Calgary's team. It's unfortunate they didn't get further in the playoffs. Edmonton, obviously everybody's a Connor McDavid fan. Nowhere to go but up.
Great. Yeah.
And as far as Vancouver, I thought they went a long ways last year. I thought Travis Green's doing a great job. They got some big young skill there, so keep building.
We've been used to hearing the word rebuild and patience with the Canucks, and that's been a lot of years of patience. So.
But at the same time, it's a different time right now. And when you take these young guys in, when they're coming in as 19, 20, 21-year-olds, they've got to mature quick. And you look at all the first-round picks that Edmonds had and where they're still at. So obviously things had to change.
Memorial Cup's coming to Kelowna. It was here in 2004. We're excited about that. Of course, you had the big point season, and you won the Memorial Cup with Cornwall. Put it in the realm of Stanley Cups and Canada Cups, and because it's one of the hardest trophies in any league to get there.
I don't think you really notice that until you're kind of into the pro or your career's over. That you're a 17-year-old or some kid's 16, and it's like, okay, I'm playing the kind of third line, I get moved up to second line and get a game winner, and then you win the World Cup and it's over, and it's just like, okay, that was fun. We're going to do this again. And then you forget how hard it is.
Yeah.
And especially when you're in the management side, when I coached for 3 and GM for 6 years and now the president, so it's just like, it's a quick transition. And now that we lost Lawson Krause one year, we lost Sam Bennett. and that's the years that we wanted to go for it, and you know, they took these guys away from us. So it is a struggle sometimes, but you understand what they're doing.
Absolutely. St. Louis Blues, how do you feel about them winning the Stanley Cup? You still have some feelings for the
Oh
old St.
yeah,
Louis?
I've got a lot of friends there still, and it was pretty cool. Bart Saraceno is a guy that I used to hang out at his restaurant,
Okay.
and Becky that she used to work at the rink, and you know, still people that are there from the days that I was there. So I was very, very excited for them, and you know, you look where they were at January 1st,
Yeah.
and then you look where they were at the end of the year. So it's playoffs, crazy things can happen.
Yeah. Talk about St. Louis. You've played in a couple of shrines, obviously the old St. Louis or the Checker Dome. What an experience that must have been.
Yeah, when I got there, that's when Rolson Purina sold the club to Harry Ornest. So then they named the rink, the Checker Dome, back to the arena, and yeah, it was an old barn. It was loud. I remember, I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Detroit that they came in, and the coaches got locked in their dressing room, and they had to take a forklift and knock the door down and get them out to the second period. So,
Well,
yeah.
Harry Ornest didn't have a lot of money that he was throwing around at that time, did he?
No, he did not.
From the book here, and this is a great book, Killer.
He bought the St. Louis Blues for $3 million,
Yeah.
and the rink for $10 million.
Yeah, that's
And they turned around, sold it for about $38 million 3 years later.
You would say it in the book that after one particular playoff loss, you guys ended up taking your own flights home out of your pocketbook.
1987, we were playing against Calgary Flames, Game 7, and we had the charter waiting for us to go to Montreal to play them if we won. We lost 2-1, and the charter was canceled, and we all got up in the morning and tried to figure out how to get home.
Jeez. Yeah, and
Different times.
Yeah, this is 25 years ago, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That's it. So the highlight of winning the Stanley Cup and solidifying the winning goal in Calgary, and then things started kind of going a bit sideways there. I think you knew you were going to be traded. Very funny how you found out you were going to be traded. This is a good little one.
Yeah, just we're in San Francisco. We were playing at the Cal Palace, and I got around 6 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom, and my joining room next door to me was Doug Riseborough, the GM. So I heard my name a couple times, and I figured out I was moving pretty soon.
You heard it through the bathroom wall, apparently.
Yep.
Classy. Got anytime. So then Toronto, of course. Here you are going to the Mecca, and you're in Toronto, and boy, your best seasons, and once a Leaf, forever a Leaf.
Yeah, it was something that team we had in Calgary with Al McGinnis and Gary Suter, this goes on, Newendijk, Roberts, Hawk and Lube, and it's just like Joey Mullen. We had a good team, and we felt like we had a good team for a while, and it kind of slowly got broken up pretty quick, or should say pretty quick. Theo Fleury was our fourth line center.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and then going to Toronto is obviously growing up in Kingston, so it's right between Toronto and Montreal, and it was pretty cool because my parents were close to retirement, and they came up to a lot of the games. I lived right beside the Gardens my first year there, so it was like a 20-second walk to the rink.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah.
And then so Mom and Dad would come in, park their car, they'd do their thing for my pregame nap, and then they'd come back.
Did you you rode your motorcycle to into the rink one day? Your first and last time with the Leaf riding the motorcycle, right?
It was my 4th year there, and I was living in the beaches in Toronto at the time, and so I just came down Queen Street with my motorcycle, and I said, okay, I'll just drive it down. Burnsy's got his down there. I drove right into the back, and Cliff Fletcher came out and pretty much took the keys away.
That was it.
That was it.
You still riding?
No, I was just telling before, I auctioned off my bike to the Gord Downey Fund.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so we, a couple years ago, when we for brain cancer at Sunnybrook, and so this Brattle Bash company bought it. They auctioned it off again, so we doubled the money on it. So we raised about $80,000 for the Gord Downey Fund.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I guess with family, they don't come like Cliff. They don't want you riding a bike anyways.
Yeah, I'm allowed to ride now, but
I can throw in a couple of names here because in your book, you just don't talk about players. You've got a lot of respect for some of the management and the coaches along the way. So let's start with Cliff Fletcher.
Yeah, well, obviously Cliff brought me into Calgary and then Toronto,
Yeah.
and great relationship with them. You know, obviously won the cup together, and we tried to do that in Toronto. We got close, but not close enough. So a lot of respect for Cliff.
Lou Lamoriello.
Yeah, Lou the same. When I got traded to New Jersey, and I was only there a year and a couple months, but the time I was there, a lot of respect for that man, just how he treated you know, his team and how he put together his team, and just first class all the way.
Yeah,
But he was, you know, again, he had his rules.
Yeah.
You got to listen to him, but beyond that, he was good.
Pat Burns.
Pat was a father figure, friend figure, to cop figure.
Yeah.
So, you know, when he was mad, he was intimidating. So he's like getting pulled over, getting a speeding ticket or something, getting real nervous, but that's how he was with Pat. But Pat got the best out of us, all of us.
Kerry Fraser.
Yeah, you know, Kerry's a good guy, and unfortunately he missed the call, and he says it now. There's two other linesmen there that could have helped him out with the call, but they didn't. And
Okay.
but we still had Game 7 at home that we lost.
Yeah. The goal that is probably one of the most watched hockey on St. Louis. Behind that, if you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
I'm sure you all have.
Yeah, it was, obviously we were all getting tired. Cujo stood on his head that night, and I think we were up to 60-something shots. And I kind of copied Gretzky for the longest time watching him. I'd stayed behind the net. So I was just trying to figure out where Anderchuk was and where Shevsky's way up high in the slot. And then I circled back to see where Dave was. There was an open room, and I just put it in. So it wasn't I never practiced that move.
No,
Just
but
happened.
that's, yeah, well watched. As we were saying earlier, the book Killer, it took you a long time to finally write the book. It's a great read.
Yeah, you know what? They asked me to do it when my parents were alive, or my dad was alive, and I didn't want to do a book. And then after Dad passed on, and through the process of that, the year and a half or whatever it took to do, my mom was dementia, so she really couldn't have any input in it either. So that's when I decided, okay, you know what, I'm going to do it on their behalf, because I just want to say thank you to them.
Yeah, great. So, we really appreciate that you came down to West Coast Authentic and out to the